Access Radio, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Access Radio, WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Mr. You already know, Jose Rivera coming to you worldwide. Just to remind you, each and every Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, tune in to the X-Tremitiez ENT Talk Show on Access Radio. That's right, we on the free radio app as well as the 365 Live. That's right, Roku, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Apple TV, Roku TV, Fire Stick. That's right, tune in worldwide. DaVon Franklin Jose Rivera. Keep it tuned.
You already know it's the midweek, so let's get the party started. It's the X-Tremitiez ENT Podcast on Access Radio. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live 365. That's right, you heard it. You can catch us on your Instagram, Roku TV, Fire Stick, Apple TV. You got a TV? Just watch us. If you got a cell phone, just put it in. Whoop, pause. I'm talking about the app. That's right, Access Radio. We are worldwide. We are here, DaVon Franklin
Jose Rivera,
along with our brother show from Saturday, as we always show love, ladies and gentlemen. Help us welcome. That's right, Gatekeeper Wiz behind enemy lines.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. What's up? That's what's up.
All right, so without any further ado, let's just go straight into the current events. As you know, the Iowa caucus, Trump won that.
Crazy.
Right.
I don't even understand who this Nikki person thinks she's gonna be. She's not Nikki that wears pinky and is at top of the charts. Instead, she's one of those people that works with the Russians and the people in the Middle East and loves to make a spark. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She likes to play the both sides of the fence, but she don't know that one day she's gonna jump over and she's gonna come back without a limb. Because guess what? She ain't wearing her Timbs. And then we go right over to see what's going on with Christie. Mr. Christie, the former governor of Jersey, says he will now back Trump after he says he wants to back anyone who beats Trump. Well, it's inevitable that there is a position open there for one of Christie or his assailants there so that he could get bills passed. But you know what happened when Governor Christie was in office? He demolished the Trump Tower. You don't think Donald Trump holds that dear to his heart and painfully still thinks about that? Because that was his baby. That was where Mike Tyson and Don King made their money and made him a trillionaire. So just think about little things like that. And then we go right over to see what's going on in the streets. There's a guy that went crazy, started stabbing people yesterday, especially police officers, in a train station.
No, really?
Then onto the street in Queens and in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Homeboy thinks that he's going to be doing stuff and not have any repercussions. So, why is there an uptick and rise on the attack of police? Let's go back several years back. Then the pandemic. Let's think about what happened. George Floyd, amongst many other incidences, chokeholds, and multiple shootings. People are asking this question now. Well, then, do your history and understand the pain that the public has been going through for many, many years. Now they just standing up. And if you have a job as a police officer, just know that, at one time it was constables. And then you got called a copper. And then you started defending the public, right? Well, now these guys don't even want to do that. People are retiring or resigning from being a police officer because their lives are at risk. And the mayor is putting every person that's either been on a job from 1 year to 25 years that's about to retire on the street by themselves without a car. So just know that, you got to be conscious of what's going on around you, because I just took the Metro North down to 125th, and when I got out there, it's starting to look like Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's scary.
You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about that, right in our backyard?
It was bound to happen, if you ask me. Like I said, the build-up and the inconsistencies, and then, the under-the-table works. I mean, you've seen in some of the movies, what I'm saying, even when Denzel played the crooked cop, the things that's just been happening, it's just a build-up.
People getting frustrated.
I'm kind of lost on the question of build-up Philly. What's going on in Philly?
Well,
Zombieland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing this substance that is causing them to act out in a behavior that is not, well, there's no such thing as normal nowadays, but it's abnormal to the point where you're zombified. Okay. And you know how a dope fiend back in the day used to lean over? People used to bet, he's going to fall, he's not going to fall, he's going to fall, he's not going to fall.
Right.
Well, this is beyond that. People can't even hold themselves up.
Okay. All right, leave them drugs alone.
Say no to drugs?
Yeah.
All right. Just like, you got to say no to thinking you're going to win, but we're going to get back to that in a few. That's just a little jab right there. Go green and gold. All right. In case you don't know, our brother show right here, Wiz and Gatekeeper, thank you so much. Of course, Gatekeeper is a fan of the Giants. And, of course, Wiz is a big Dallas Cowboys fan, right. Which, America's team was no more because we took that title. But we want to still salute you for giving us the title and not winning a playoff game against us in the last 9 seasons. So, it's not to rub it in, but just to, soften up the cushion.
We don't get credit for retiring Brady?
No.
Retire Brady?
We beat him for 2 Super Bowls. Don't get it over here with us. Don't talk about Brady. We talk about Brady. We retired him. The only thing Brady said that he wished he could have back was the 2 Super Bowl wins against us.
Hey, how you doing, Miss Sanchez? Good evening.
And just to speak a little bit, since now we're talking about sports, I got a couple of things that I would request that the producer and owner, CEO of the station would please kindly work with me as I do my presentation. So for the first one we're going to show you is, without any further ado, we have something called a presentation, but, we're going to come back in 3 minutes because I want to set this up correctly with all the pictures and all because, our second guest is here. So I want everybody in the house so they can feel the neighborly love and all. And because, our great brotherly show and Wiz and Gatekeeper, who kindly is helping Wiz with the bet of, $60 or 60 wings. Which one is it?
$60
worth of Buffalo Wild Wings. And you know what? I said, because I'm a family man, so and that's that's my family right there. So I said, you know what? Just come and let's all just co-host and do this together. Spoke with DaVon. He was like, let's make it happen. I said, but it comes at a cost. And so we're gonna come back in 3 minutes after this short commercial break, and we're gonna have everybody in the house. We're gonna go let Xavier in, who's our second guest. We have our first guest here, and then we're gonna go through, the build-up that I see. Wiz right now is feeling a little nervous right now. He doesn't want to look up at the camera. Come on, it's okay. We're here. We want to uplift you. Don't worry about it. You're gonna get a new coach. Hopefully Belichick.
It ain't gonna be Belichick though. I just don't see that happening.
And you get a new quarterback that's not trying to rob you for your money.
Shout out Love Boots.
And we'll talk more about that in just 3 minutes.
Shout out to producer P and the Giants fan that's out there too. That said, let's go Giants, man.
All right. Well, we're gonna put a quick video on right quick and come back, and we're gonna have the full house and waiting for the wings because that's right. Wiz did promise, and he came through. You know what? And he's big person for that because you know what? I would be pissed as hell, but I would still do it. But he's showing that he has the grit and the love and
fortitude
and the fortitude and what else? What else?
Gumption.
Oh man, yes, the gut and the spirituality to actually come out here and face all the demons that are going to be thrown at him.
Do the right thing.
We'll be back in a short commercial break.
You gon' learn today. You gon' learn today. You gon' learn today. You gon' learn today. Where my ruler? I'm the ruler. I'm here to teach ya. So let me rule. Now what you thought ain't what you think. I am much broader than what people think. I don't get caught up in what people think, cause they caught up in the insignificant thing. I be like, please, I'm hard to please. I be like, no, I don't compete. Ain't no comparison. I know I'm better than my form of prevalent out of their reach. Gotta compete. So gifted, I'm different, I'm tripping, I'm chilling, I'm sipping, I'm living my best life. I hear I'm ripping, I'm living, I'm spitting, I'm drilling, I'm killing it downright. Just know that I'm vicious, I'm ripping, I'm whipping, winning, pushing limits, I'm damn nice. Be about business, I do this shit every night. You gon' learn today. You gon' learn today. You gon' learn today. You gon' learn today. Where my ruler? I'm the ruler. I'm here to teach ya. So let me rule ya. You gon' learn today. You gon' learn today. You gon' learn today. Where my ruler? I'm the ruler. I'm here to teach ya. So let me rule. I know y'all better give me my respect. Better than them, better than all the rest. I hear them talking from silent and next they be mumbling, none of their breath. I know they hate me, I'm one of the best, cause I'm running the numbers, I'm placing the best. I be the general, principal, chief, salute me the leader, superior, queen. I beat them like the big dome, beat them not to get dome, people mad at their stones. I know they got the symptom, they just signals, hold them in their system. When they get up in position, I will never miss them, that's my only mission, homie. You don't know me, any levels to this, homie. You gon' learn today. You gon' learn today. You gon' learn today. You gon' learn today. Where my ruler? I'm the ruler. I'm here to teach ya. So let me rule ya. You gon' learn today. You gon' learn today. You gon' learn today. Where my ruler? I'm the ruler. I'm here to teach ya. So let me rule.
It's your girl Musa, and
blessing. Remember when I was frontin', like I was on something. I always had to be right when I really didn't know nothing. I always steady running, always steady coming. Running from the truth, what's the use? It's really been on my mind, you really been on my mind. I told myself 1,000 times the detriment is only mine. I ain't gon' point one finger when there's 3 pointing back at you. What I ain't gon' buy you. Say, baby, don't you run no more. You gotta stop running circles. You gotta run through that door. Pass that test, pass that test, pass that test. Say, baby, don't you run no more. You gotta stop running circles. You gotta run through that door. Pass that test, pass that test, pass that test. When you go, man, you gotta stop fighting resistance. It's not in your concern how the blessings being given. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Look at your decisions. Turn on your lights, now do your shadow work. So baby, don't you run no more. You gotta stop running circles. You gotta run through that door. Pass that test, pass that test, pass that test. Say baby, don't you run no more. You gotta stop running circles. You gotta run through that door. Pass that test, pass that test, pass that test. Well, baby, don't you know, stop listening to so-and-so. Adding on advice to you when that advice ain't factual. Follow your heart, let you determine your being by simply being a creator and invest in your dreams. Now say less, don't ever try to impress. When you a hoe, impress. You gotta understand your love and happiness resides inside of you. So what you wanna do? You wanna swing around and throw it though or walk straight through? Say baby, don't you run no more. You gotta stop running circles. You gotta run through that door. Pass that test, pass that test, pass that test. Say baby, don't you run no more. You gotta stop running circles. You gotta run through that door. Pass that test, pass that test, pass that test.
Welcome back to the greatest dawn internet radio show to start your midweek off in the right way. That's right. If you're doing anything on the weekend, we start you off right. And when you get to my brothers on the left, DaVon's right. That's right. You get the night lit. DaVon Franklin
Jose Rivera.
Gatekeeper.
That's how you say. You go, you already know. You know, I got to get that down.
Right. So we were speaking about some stuff, you know, when we got a full house today. Shout out to 2 guests that are here, and shout out to our co-host, right, DaVon?
Yeah.
Would you say that it's a amicable politeness
Nice.
on behalf of our brotherly show on what they're doing today?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, I can't speak for the Dallas folks, you know, Texas people, but us New Yorkers, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, he didn't-
Bronx bred,
Listen,
you know,
listen, gatekeeper-
we're honorable people.
Gatekeeper
That's what we
wearing
do.
Green Bay. This
you know
is what
I'm
your
saying?
team doing?
We already know it. You see, we started off with the gold
saying-
L, you know what I'm saying? Legends, you know what I'm saying?
Listen,
we went with the
listen,
legends.
listen.
So we came here, you know what I'm saying? We ain't together. We divided, separated, but
5
we came here
championships. 5
in
championships.
support
5
of the
championships,
right
all right?
thing to do, okay?
Hot
Bearing gifts of the winners, you know what I'm saying? Minding the words, sponsored by, you know what I'm saying, the New York Giants and Gatekeeper 718, you know what I'm saying? Dallas, we still waiting for that money to come in, you know, but we here.
So I just want to say I appreciate you guys for, you know, actually coming through and being good on your word, you know, and you guys just got us wings and you got us pizza. That's amicable of you. You know what I'm saying? Because I admire people that are real with their word. Anybody else would have been pissed off and they would have pulled up. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got, and the Super Bowl come. Yeah, I got you. I told you I got you. Yo, it's the Super Bowl, right? But, you know, we're just going to throw it back right now, and we're going to do a quick presentation, and then we're going to go to our first guest. So, Big Al, without any further ado, let's...
Fans say they're disgusted and want change.
I can't believe we lost. Y'all ain't nobody else playing.
Disgusted.
I am upset. You feel me? I am from Virginia. I flew all the way in today to watch this. I'm sad.
Frustrated.
We got another Romo on our hands. Choke like a...
Disappointed.
We need another quarterback, another coach, everything. It don't matter to me. It don't matter.
That's how Cowboys fans felt after watching the team implode once again in the playoffs.
We need help. We need Jesus.
Many blaming the coaches.
Mike McCarthy losing at home against the Packers. I think legacy gone, man. Like, you won a Super Bowl with the Packers, and then you go take over a new team, and you lose at home against that team.
Without Aaron Rodgers.
You know,
It's embarrassing.
Others, the quarterback.
No more Dak Prescott. ASAP, new quarterback.
Dak, get him out of here. Trey Lance, the next stud. Let's go. Let's go, Raiders.
And many fans demanding change.
Total five. Who cares when we lose like this to the freaking Packers, who shouldn't even be here? It's disgusting. Let's get a real head coach. And if he can't do it for us, let's get a new quarterback. I'm tired.
Fans came from all over and dealt with the cold weather just to watch this mess.
We drove far for no reason.
Fans say they were fed up and freezing.
We're from Florida. We're freezing our off.
I still hear it says 10, just to freeze, to lose. Not working.
There was enough blame to go around as the Cowboys suffered one of the most embarrassing losses in the team's playoff history. And now fans are left.
These poor unfortunate
coming together
souls.
You could cut it right there, Big Al. That's for another segment.
They wanted to
So there, you heard the fans of the Dallas Cowboys. They were traveling as far as Virginia from the warm weather all the way down to Texas, where it's -2 degrees outside. So you want to talk about how the people, left. Took their hard-earned money and spent thousands of dollars just to travel, and then the hotel, and then have to freeze their behinds off. What do you think about that, Wiz?
Listen, all I gotta say is, please stop your memes. People I don't even know. No. They said, I bet they were trying to decide which Dallas Cowboy player will be hosting the NFL Super Bowl. They said maybe it'd be Jason Witten, or maybe it'd be our old quarterback. All right? I'm saying...
Wiz, answer the man question.
Answer
the man question.
Yeah, he just took a big detour there.
Answer the man question, all right? He asked you a specific question. How do you think them people feel? Because that's how I felt, as a Giants
Break
fan.
my heart.
Say
You love me again.
I was hurt.
Yeah.
I was hurt.
Yeah.
Come on, show some love.
I ain't got no love for you, man. I ain't got no love for you.
Shout out to Love Boots.
$30 Buffalo Wild Wing cards. You know what I'm saying? You didn't show up behind the enemy lines. I thought you was ducking them, so I supported you. I stood there with you. And then I had the decency, the nerve to pick up CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott and to turn on the TV and know that they now 21-0.
Damn.
So I lost in my fantasy, I lost in my wing world, and now you ain't got nothing to say? No, I need you to speak, brother. And then you mad that I dressed up to match the big G's. At least the G's, we both got G's, so I understand the mission, green and gold. You gonna come here with a hoodie on. I need something.
Listen, it's my quarterback. I stand by him. I stand by my quarterback. We back next year. I'm telling y'all. And watch. I'm gonna save this show.
Oh, you keeping receipts? Oh, you keeping receipts?
I'm gonna go back. We got this next year. We them boys.
Since he keeping receipts, we gonna start with these ones here. The Buffalo Wild Wing cards. We gonna put these up.
We them boys.
Hey Al, do we get refunded for this?
We them boys. Remember that.
Not
I'm still. Lady, I'm still. Them boys.
All right, and since we're talking about how cold it is right now in the room, I think we should get a picture of the next 9-day weather forecast right there, just to see where the temperature is right now within Wiz, because I see it's pretty hot. I know it's not the hen dog. So as you can see, right now it's 18 degrees. It was a high of 26. Tomorrow's going to be a low of 20, a high of 32. Friday is going to be snowing. That's right. It's going to be snowing over here, and 60% chance is going to be a high of 30, low of 23. Saturday, it's going to be a high of 25, low of 16. Partly sunny. Sunday is going to be sunny, but it's going to be 31 and low of 16. Monday, partly sunny, 35, 19. Tuesday, cloudy, 42-30. Wednesday is raining to wash out all that snow because, it's very cold and we don't want anyone to slip, just like Dallas slipped and lost against the Packers. So then when we go back to, the weather, you see Thursday is going to be a high 47. So after a week, it's going to be very cold and, it's going to be hard for Dallas to shake off all those ice chills. And, you might want to warm up the car 10 minutes before you get in it, because you got to rev up everything. Just know that we come from a place where we love you and it's a good place, but just know that, you was once America's team, but it's now 30 years. It's time to give up that dream. Shout out to Martin Luther King for the dream, and it was not for Dallas to win this game.
All right. I was with you right now, my guy. They just getting on you too much right now, man. What I'm saying? I'm with you. I'm with you. Next year, the Cowboys. Yeah,
that's right.
You mean the Cowboys in college football? Yeah, man, that's good, man. The Cowboys. I think they play out of Oklahoma or something. They do good out there. Yeah, Wyoming. Yeah, they're the Cowboys. Yeah. Good job. You know what I'm saying?
And maybe you'll pick up a gunslinger here and there. Maybe in the next century or something.
We're gonna sign Taylor Swift.
Kelsey and the Chiefs have a better chance. If Al, can we get that bracket right quick on who is predicted to go to the Super Bowl? If you could see right quick, and you see several teams, and in the middle it shows two specific teams. Right there shows the Green Bay Packers and the Baltimore Ravens. I was thinking more of the Texans, but they're saying that the Ravens are going to beat the Texans. So let's see how that goes because, it looks like the Packers may have a chance. But let's see what goes on because, the Lions may give a big problem to the Packers once we beat San Fran.
Shout out to Dan Campbell.
There you go.
He's a giant. Remember that. He's a giant.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we want to say thank you for that segment. And we did the news, the politics, the weather. And we're going to ask to go to a short commercial break. And we're going to come up with our first guest. That's right. She's returning with a new song. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. She's the daughter of a great friend of mine, a great politician who's made a difference and worked with a lot of politicians over the years for the minority people in our poverty-stricken area, which was the Bronx, which was the highest poverty-stricken area in the entire nation, and people didn't even know that. She's here to let you hear her voice and let you, oh my God, what is this? Why are you bothering me while I'm making this? Oh! We're going to Buffalo Wild Wings. Why are you giving me both? It's you and me, baby. You see how they're a team? You're a team. You're my MVP. I'm your MVP. Let's go to a short commercial break. I don't even know what to say anymore. I love you guys.
I can see it now. Big Benz moving through the crowd like it's traffic. A nigga step on these, they gon' get their ass kicked. I'm blasted, Bill Blast spit acid, dinosaur shit, Jurassic. Whether cash or the plastic, stash or the mattress, 7 of us, holy bastard. These streets I mastered, have my name blasted all over city streets. Cause of my rap shit, I'm a Mac bitch. I can hug you, love you, thug you, rock with you, pop with you. Soon as you start that trash shit, I might disappear on you, but reappear like it's magic. I ain't your average. If I want something, I can have it. I'm playing low key, I'm so lavish. I see the paper in the air, I just grab it. Love me unconditionally. Love me unconditionally. Love me unconditionally. Yeah. Love me unconditionally. That shit ain't about nothing. Reach just out stunting. I'm on the route hunting, just having fun, bugging, blunted. People calling, we coming. I hit you back, another incoming. I've been buzzing, you look stunning. Play the dozens with my buzzins. No blue hugging, crew thugging. Who you loving, who you wanna be hugging? Car stopping, bar hopping, been popping. You love it, love to see us. Others wanna be us. Used to only see my nigga on the re-up. 60-40, we up. Get my G's up, big up my B's up. C's up to fight and unite. Freeze us, I'm God's son like Jesus. Prestigious, Bill Black. US2G, us together. US2G, we us. Come on. Love me unconditionally. Love me unconditionally. Love me unconditionally.
Listen, girl, every time I think I have a Love Jones, there's always something wrong. Shucks, dog.
That's real. I appreciate it, King. Thank you.
That was hard. Nigga said you gonna make it, man. I said,
Gatekeeper, Betty Green, CV. I'm just working. I'm just working. Yo. I listen to myself before designing my lines. The pain is to the point, how to put in some time. Trying to chef and work the kitchen, living life on the grind. I feel the cold of the city, every barrel in mine. They talking brick on brick, they trying to lay it in time. I had my dreams cut before, I'm a man, I survived. They say I'm way too old, but they love that 40. Man, these niggas out of order, I'm just fixing them up. Too many tales from the hood, stop playing you tough. Cause I'm full of niggas' cards, I'm running the river. Never step to the mic if I can't deliver. Don't be mad at the king, cause my vision is bigger. Only play the tough road when your hitters is with you. I'm a problem by myself, don't depend on my niggas. Ain't no question where they standing, where the smoke is clear. This is money in the bank, it's the fact you scared. Unlimited, fully loaded. Gatekeeper, Betty Green. I'm just working. I'm just working. I'm just working. Let's go. Yo. Bringing it back, my focus, I maneuver the trap. Double cups or a Dutch, we all got a crush. I was trained for the ring without throwing a punch. Riding rails is my life, I live in the Bronx. I watch the lines come together from the front of the car. Play the last, try to tag while commuters would watch. I'm a legend to myself, a teacher the most, a student to success. That's how I'm reaching my goals. It's taken from the arm, it's the nose of the pole. Shells darting out, chasing Mario home. Now these niggas double taking like they seeing the clone. Anthony Towns counting numbers, new wolf in the post. Always happy with my product, emphasizing the facts. Got the DJ spinning ghosts, I put my soul on the track. Make myself right at home, anywhere on the map. Going in for the kill, born is back. Numbers. I'm just working. I'm just working. I'm just working. It's Betty Green. It's crazy. It's on us. It's kinda hard, everybody raps. Gatekeeper. Betty Green Entertainment.com. BETTERGREEN Entertainment.com.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the X-Tremitiez ENT show on iAccess Radio. I'm your host, DaVon Franklin with Jose Rivera. got Wiz over here on the left hand side of me, and with this young lady sitting right next to me is Lady Layla. How you doing today, man?
Hi, I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself and what it is that that we are here to have you for? What are you here for?
Well, I'm an artist. I write music. I do everything myself. What's it called? Produce beats. I also do like occasionally acting here and there. I model. I also do cover art. So if you want to get your cover art right, get
Yeah, right.
And yeah, and I have like a project coming soon, a small EP or whatever before my major album comes out. So yeah, it's a good year.
Okay, so how long you been doing this? How long you been singing and performing?
For about 10 plus years. In terms of like writing and stuff heavily, I would say about 10 years. But in terms of like actually putting it out, I just started putting out like 2019.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Wiz?
So let me ask you said you've been writing for 10 years, right?
Yeah, 10 plus.
What inspires you now? From now 10 years from when you first started to now? Who inspires you?
My family and like basically where I started and where I came from for real, because I tend to be more so in my head a lot, like because I'm a heavy thinker, so I tend to be in my head a lot, and I reminisce a lot, and it kind of like reflects in my writing and pours out occasionally, which sometimes, depending upon what it is, it can overshadow which like the positive things, like in terms of my album, in terms of like meeting new people and networking with people, like it could overshadow it. So like occasionally what tends to cater to like my writing is like my past and my grounds and where I come from, so yeah. Yeah, Cowboys influenced me 100% too. Like, they came a long way, just like Dr. King, you feel me? God bless his soul. But but we not fumbling like the Cowboys did. It's different. It's a different.
You almost made me fumble this chicken wing.
Nah. That's because that's the cowboy napkin you holding in your hand right now. The cowboy napkin. It's like the Cowboys fumble the ball, you fumbling that chicken right now. That's why it's rubbing off on you.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
I was already a victim of that. So.
Full circle.
But okay. So what would be the type of sound that you say that you would say like inspires your writing and your creativity, so to speak?
Artist wise?
Yes.
I would say Anina Baker, Alicia Keys. People say I sound like Rihanna, but I beg to differ. But what's cool? Cause I believe everyone, like, they're all their own individual artists. So it's like, yeah, comparison cool for the moment. By the end of the day, I'm Layla the Queen. So it's like I'm different from everybody else. I ain't nobody, no Rihanna, no none of them. I'm me.
Right.
So,
And you're supposed to feel that way too.
Yeah.
That's
So Layla, let me just jump in right quick because I ate that nice spicy chicken, even though I said mild to medium. So Wiz got me back because my lips is burning right now.
It's supposed to be mild. I don't know what I'm like. It's supposed to be mild.
that's because you had the man who lost to the Cowboys order your stuff.
It makes sense. And look, he smiled right quick. Yeah. I saw that.
I didn't do that. I said mild. I can show you what the DoorDash been.
Shaking my head.
So I like your look.
Thank you.
I like your your energy. I like the way you're articulating, and you come from you're good stock from where you come from, and to say because you was brought up the correct way, right? You're well spoken, and you come from a good family that have values.
Definitely.
How important is that to you?
Well, family values and family in general is very important to me because it keeps me grounded, and without them, I wouldn't be who I am today. And I feel like every path, every path you take, no matter what it is, good or bad, it will all lead you to something either positive or negative. So it's like, if without all the things I went through, I wouldn't be here, and without all the things I went through, I wouldn't have met any of you guys. So I'm definitely blessed to have a family that grounded me and put values in me and morals and stuff, and definitely put God in me. So 100%.
Shout out Jonique Red. How you doing? On the chat.
Wiz, anything since I know you're feeling it right now, and you're hearing the backlash coming left and right, but don't fumble it. What do you got?
I got it. So, okay. Now, as far as shows, who do you look for as far as performance wise?
I would say Beyonce, but I can't dance, so I don't know about that. But
Oh, the realness.
I would say
that can dance.
I mean, I could pay people to dance with me, but you feel me? But now, what's it called?
I get Jerry
So,
Jones.
I mean, I look up to like people like at one point I looked up to like Mariah Carey, cause like me personally, I'm a challenger, so I always like try to put myself to high pedestals and challenge myself a lot. So when I was little, I always would hear that high note. I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna try to do that. And the whole time I was never gonna do that. But like I still try to challenge myself, even with like all the other heavy hitters and all the other stuff. And then of course I look at my range and I align it to other people as well to like where I fit. But in terms of performance wise, I would say like Janae Aiko. I hope I said that right.
Okay.
And SZA, because like their style of music is just so energetic. That's how you say that.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like very like flowing and calm and R&B like, and that's where I try to drive to a lot. So.
Well, tell us about the Stay Close. What inspired this record that we're getting ready to listen to?
Stay Close, man. Stay Close is just simply about two people. Like one person wants the individual more than the other, and like she's based. Well, no, not even. They just want like she wants him to stay closer to her. And not leave and like just stop fighting the fact that they have mutual feelings for each other and stuff. But the whole time it's like backwards because he's like kind of drifting away, but like they have history together. So like she's just trying to emphasize like just don't leave and just stay closer to me.
So before we go into this track, let me emphasize something I just noticed.
What?
The last time we had Layla here, it was about 2 years ago. I've seen right before my eyes right now a total growth. And like she said, it was during COVID, so we were all remote. Hearing the way that you are articulating, especially something that is mature, and the way you approached it, like you don't hear people speak like that.
Yeah.
Like they you see all the Instagram, the Facebook, and like there's no more caring. There's no more sincerity. There's no more thinking of each other and wanting to be there for each other. And you just, I just picked up on that right quick.
Yeah, that tends to be something that's missing in this generation, like caring for others, looking out for others, like handing out a hand when you do get to the top and stuff. So it's like that's something to be that's missing. But I tend to like stay to my roots and stay like not humble. I hate saying humble because that's so cliche to me. But to stay to myself and stay like grounded, so to speak, and geared towards my roots and stay within my lane, because if you shift somewhere, then it's like no matter that the outcome could be anything, and I don't like unknown stuff, so it's like for me I can't. But
so would you say music you chose music or music chose you? That's the question by the gatekeeper.
I would say music definitely. That's a good question. Would I say music chose me or did they choose? Okay. I would say, honestly, like, I chose music, to be honest, because, like, I always knew I had the gift and the talent, but I ain't never, like, give it. It was a hobby at first. This wasn't nothing to me at first. But I knew, like, once we hit that, like, little, like, down turning point, it was like, I was like, I could really make music to this. Like, I could really do this. Like, I'm gifted in that. At one point, I didn't think I was good at nothing else, honestly. And, like, as I've grown, I learned that I'm good at other things besides music. But it's like, all I knew was music, and all I knew is I had this, like, voice and stuff that I had to, like, do, especially where we was at the time. I was like, I know we could, like, do something with this. Everybody make money off of it. Why not I can't? So it's like, I definitely made it a point to, push towards music and cater to music and figure out every way possible to make that happen. So, yeah.
Well, we're about to get into this record and come back and talk to you about the project that you're working on right here on Extremities ENT Show on IXS Radio. This is Stay Close by Layla.
I don't want you to leave, no, baby, please stay with me. Yeah, I just want you to stay close. I just want you to stay close. Baby, please stay with me. Yeah, you don't have to leave. No, I just want you to stay close. I just want you to stay close.
Mild to me.
I can't do none of me. I can't. I don't like you. That was best for me, but baby, it's clear to see that I want you here with me. Yeah, I want you closer. Nobody said this was over. I fell for you back in December. I'm attached to your love like a brace, yeah. Something that can't be replaced. Fight for your love, I don't play. I say all of that to the say, yeah. I don't want you to leave. No, baby, please stay with me. Yeah, I just want you to stay close. I just want you to stay close. Baby, please stay with me. Yeah, you don't have to leave. No, I just want you to stay close. I just want you to stay close. Baby, please stay with me. Yeah, you don't have to leave. No, I just want you to stay
Dad put you in lessons
I just want you to stay close. You know the feeling is mutual.
Wrong within it. I took a vocal class in school. Credits, so it's like I was able to develop it.
I hate when you're messing with my head. I said that I want you, but I need you instead. Can't get you out of my head. You wasn't part of the plan. That's why I don't want you to leave. No, baby, please stay with me. Yeah, I just want you to stay close. I just want you to stay close. Baby, please stay with me. Yeah, you don't have to leave. No, I don't want you to leave. No.
Oh, you.
Hey, sorry about that. We was told that we had a hot mic on the thing. You know what I'm saying? But that was "Stay Close" by Layla on Extremities ENT Show. That's right here.
We're just having a great show.
Nah, that threw me off. No, that's real talk shit.
And Layla's voice, as I was just telling her, and I'm sure, like you said on Facebook, right? They could hear us. You heard her, and you heard that she went to a great college. Which college?
Fredonia University.
And you say you took a one lesson. That's all it took you.
It wasn't one lesson, it was a course. So it's like I took it over the course of the semester. So it was like 5 months. So I was able to do a whole thing with them, like a whole course with them. So I was able to develop and grow overall. And then take the same lessons that I learned and put it towards other things too.
Okay, so we gonna play the record again as we close out the segment for those who didn't get a chance to hear the record due to our rude talkness.
How old is she? They asked.
Yeah, we gonna get to that.
22 in 2 months though. Aries.
Okay.
I'll be 23.
Okay, okay. So talk about the new project that you're working on right now, the new EP. What's the name?
It hasn't it's been discussed with management, but at the same time, it hasn't been established yet, or even really fully talked about. But I do have like a 3-piece project coming soon. I don't know when, so please don't rush me or any of that. No. But what's it called? It's gonna be called. I ain't saying the name because people be stealing out here. They be stealing my stuff. So no. There's EP 3-piece EP coming out, and what's it called? That's coming out. Then I have a single dropping in February. Okay. And then I have my official project dropping in March.
Okay. All right.
So be sure to come back and let us know when you drop all that.
Definitely.
And of course, DaVon will have it on his picks of the week. You know what I mean? Makes the cut. Does what it does because you are a great person.
Thank you.
You're very talented.
Appreciate it.
You even know how to vibe with a room full of dudes. That's that, yo. Did you notice that, Wiz?
No, because I have mostly like male friends. I grew up with that. And plus, I used to be a tomboy, so it's like it's a thing.
Cowboy fan too?
Huh?
Cowboy fan too back in the days?
Cowboy fan, you hear what he's saying? He's mumbling it. Cowboy fan too.
Friends?
I tried to slip that in.
Oh, I mean, they wasn't really tomboy friends. They was mostly like
No. Cowboy fan.
Cowboy fans.
Oh, we was Jets, Giants, and freaking what else? What's the other one? The basketball Warriors.
Warriors.
All of them. We
She's
was
like,
them
not
type
the
of
Knicks.
fans.
No.
No, Cowboys was a tissue box, bro. Garbage. Like I said prior, you should have burned the jersey before they even started playing. Like,
oh my god.
Sorry, Cowboy fans, but like, no. Jets, Giants. That's what it is. Giants is the best, hands down. I don't care. Argue with your mother and God. You feel me? But,
Miriam Sanchez says, "Great song. You have a good head on your shoulders, Layla. God bless you."
You too. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, so let everybody know where they can find you on your social.
Okay, you can find me on official_Layla__. And that's on, just type in Layla, you're gonna see my face. And what's it called? But on Instagram, that's my Instagram @ so you can find me on there. And that's it.
Okay. So can we close this out with another go around of Stay Close on X-Tremitiez ENT show on iAccess Radio.
Requested by Whit.
I don't want you to leave. No, baby, please stay with me. Yeah, I just want you to stay close. I just want you to stay close. Baby, please stay with me. Yeah, you don't have to leave. No, I just want you to stay close. I just want you to stay close. You left me lonely. Yeah, you thought that was best for me. But baby, it's clear to see that I want you here with me. Yeah, I want you closer. Nobody said this was over. I fell for you back in December. I'm attached to your love like a brace. Yeah, something that can't be replaced. Fight for your love, I don't play. I say all of that to say, yeah. I don't want you to leave. No, baby, please stay with me. Yeah, I just want you to stay close. I just want you to stay close. Baby, please stay with me. Yeah, you don't have to leave. No, I just want you to stay close. I just want you to stay close. Baby, please stay with me. Yeah, you don't have to leave. No, I just want you to stay close. I just want you to stay close. You know the feeling is mutual. There's a bunch of things I wanna do to you. If you messing with these hoes, I'll see you at their funeral. Ain't no more messing with my head. I said that I want you, but I need you instead. Can't get you out of my head. You wasn't part of the plan. That's why I don't want you to leave. No, baby, please stay with me. Yeah, I just want you to stay close. I just want you to stay close. Baby, please stay with me. Yeah, you don't have to leave. No, I don't want you to leave. No.
He's scared because he got long.
Yeah, I know, right? Don't be running. Head.
Yes, sir.
What's that over there?
Welcome back to the X-Tremitiez ENT show on iAccess Radio. I'm your host, DaVon Franklin, with Jose Rivera. And right to the left of me, we got Zxavier Simpson. How you doing, my guy? Along with the gatekeeper.
Yeah, I got switched in the Cowboy fan, feeling too much heat on his back.
Yes, sir. So, Mr. Simpson, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, my guy? How you doing today?
I'm doing good, y'all. Thank you for putting me on the show. It's Zxavier. Really.
Zxavier.
It's French. Xavier. That's
Xavier.
how you pronounce it. Xavier's journey. So, what you say you want to know?
So since it's French, French people love food.
Yes.
Are you liking the food? Are you liking?
Yeah, I cook.
No. Do you like the food?
Yeah, I like the pizza, but I like to cook.
And the wings and all that. So give that courtesy of the Cowboys. Whiz.
We need you to lose every year like this and repeat us.
For sure. So we met through Tyrone Lowe show. You know what I'm saying? We did the Bronx Net show, and like we had we have a few interactions and stuff. So would you tell anybody what it is that you actually do in your show?
Oh, okay. So I started this show on my birthday last year.
Okay.
I was turned 53. I went live on Facebook and told everyone thank you for. I was high and tipsy. Someone took me to my birthday gathering in City Island. Mm-hmm. So I said, let me just come on Facebook and say happy birthday. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Mm-hmm. All I knew was I talked for an hour from the time I sat down to the time I ended, because I was just saying thank you and I was going to leave. Mm-hmm. I talked for a whole hour about 53 years being in ministry, my parents being pastors, and the next day when I woke up, the 25th, because I don't remember going off. I signed off. I talked my behind off, cracked everybody up. So you would have thought I had a full of people in the background, and it was just me and my friend, son. So the next day, my god sister called me and said, "Oh my God, Xavier, you talk so much. You should start your own show." So her and her daughter got me on YouTube. I put Xavier's Journey, and then where I'm at now is just I bring people on. Basically, I come from a Jamaican family where you don't really get that chance to have that family conversation.
Right.
So I deal with grown folks having the conversation about personality, church-wise and professional-wise. But it's non-judgment. There's no judgment on the show. We talk about from our experiences.
Right.
So I always have different panelists coming on, and we just share what we feeling.
Right. Not to interrupt. The Legend Show. Shout out to Tyrone Lowe. I had to remember the name of the show.
Tyrone, yes.
The Legend Show.
I just happen to wear that logo that says Legends.
Legend.
We coordinated that.
Yes.
We coordinated that time.
So just to piggyback off of DaVon, ministry, growing up in a family, when we did the show on the Legend Show, we learned a lot about you, vice versa. And we had a spiritual moment.
Spiritual connection, I call it.
Exactly. It was a spiritual connection because there was three, you three in the back, us three in the front, me with the couple, but we gelled.
Totally.
Yeah.
From day one, because I've called the young lady that sat on my right. She has never returned my call. I never got contact from the couple. Mm-hmm. But I believe in divine connection when God brings people in for a reason. There's always a purpose and reason why we gel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's why when I brought y'all on, we had fun on the show on Xavier's Journey. People are still telling me, "Oh my God, y'all blend so well when y'all have conversation." God knows what He does.
Yeah, that's true.
And I just love that. So I just go with the flow. Go with the flow. That's how I write my shows. I might be like coming here. Mm-hmm. This lady was on the train cracking me up. She playing her own music, and in the train they say, please, if you play your own music, put your own headset on. She listening to the old classical Luther.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
the train. You don't play Luther on the train. That's bedroom scene.
Right.
And she started cracking me up because this white guy came in, played on his phone, farted, and she had lit up the train. She stopped playing her music to crack everybody up till he got off. I said, see, that's what I mean. So that's what I'm looking for. Sense of humor, people that are every day. You've been through the valley. Come on my show. Let's tell me the testimony of what you're on the mountaintop now. I want to hear that testimony. That's why I'm bringing people on now.
And I just realized something right now, and I love your testimony because you represent the green and gold. So just to let all you Dallas fans know, you see the bandana he has on. Compete, look, green and gold, right there. Look, that's it. Dallas Cowboys. We want to let you know that we feel for you. So thank you for the food once again.
There's no coming back. For real. I love the Giants.
Thank you.
So,
We're here for moral support. Can I ask a question too,
Yes,
real quick?
yes.
So, where are you from? You know you're from Jamaica, but are you in the 5 boroughs right now?
Yes.
And how do you shoot your show? Is it just you? Do you have a team? Like how Xavier's journey? That sounds like a lot. Is there a specific journey that you looking to go towards when you putting this together?
Well, I'm glad you asked that because that's how the show started. Started in the beginning. I had no clue what I was doing. My god sister Sharon Daly from Florida. Shout out Sharon. She and her daughter does YouTube. So the two of them said to me, get on YouTube. I had a YouTube channel, just didn't do anything with it.
Okay.
And she said, create a name, put your name, and you're going to just make content. You a talker. You like to smoke weed, child. You know, you make content when you smoke.
Right.
So that's what happened. And so my background is Jamaican. From Jamaica, I'm Catadupa. St. James. My parents came up to Jamaica. My dad came up from Jamaica first, and then he sent for the 5 of us, mommy and children. And then, so I grew up in America, Brooklyn.
Okay.
I've lived in 5 boroughs, Brooklyn, Harlem, the Bronx. I need to run back to Brooklyn because I don't like the Bronx.
Damn.
I was coming down the street and I said, what the hell? Ain't no residential people around. I bumped into 2 sisters that I was on the train. We both were lost and they were coming to the same building. That's how I got here. I had no idea.
That's a journey.
I didn't know where I was coming. And so, but I moved back to Brooklyn. I loved Harlem, but I loved Brooklyn. I love Brooklyn, certain parts of Brooklyn. I'm trying to look for a nice
Brooklyn's kind of
dream
different.
house. In the next 2 years, I'm going to get my dream house, and I'm never going to move. So anyway, so your question, you said, so I come from my parents are pastors, Jamaican pastors, New Testament Church of God. I went through that for many moons, and then I left the Church of God and went to Church of God in Christ. And then I sing with Hezekiah Walker and the Love Fellowship Crusade Choirs for over 40 years. I still sing with them. Right. But, you know, I've always had, even when I did hair, that's the other career. Pandemic pushed me out of the limit of getting away from the hair. I did hair for 38 years. I was that stylist, loctician. If you send me your girlfriend and she sat in my chair, I'm going to say to her, girl, what do you want? A lot of times they don't know what they want. I will make a color, give them a customized colors, and send them home. And their husband's boyfriend would pay me and say, damn, Xavier, you did a good job. That's good. I got tired of doing hair. But I've always heard people say, you're a talker, Xavier. You got that bedroom voice. You should talk on your show. And that's what's been going on.
You got that Luther voice.
Yes. So I want to do something.
Al, put the pipes away, Al. Don't bring it out, Al.
So coming into the new year, I was telling DaVon last month, I want to do an adult podcast where I talk about sex. Sex on every level, for men, women, gay, straight, it doesn't matter. It's having a conversation. That would be a different show from what I do with Xavier's Journey. So basically, Xavier's Journey is my journey of sharing what I've been through in my life. So when I bring people on, we share, basically sharing their testimonies came from an aunt of mine. So that's why I did that. But basically, the show is about you've been through hell, and now you're on the mountaintop. Give me that testimony when you're on the mountaintop. I want to hear what happened, but I want to hear that mountaintop testimony. Because there are people out there that are listening by radio, the YouTube, Facebook. They're broken. They're hurt. People don't know how to find that niche therapist that can help you do the work to heal.
Right.
So I'm about healing. Because I found love now, but I'm healing in my walk, and then eventually I would share the journey of being molested and all that other stuff.
Wow. So
Yes.
you touched on a powerful thing right there. 2 things. Healing and love. Can you please identify
the difference?
The difference and the similarities. Because people say there's only a difference, but there's also a similarity, because quite often we as humans misconstrued. Can you elaborate a little bit on
Okay,
that?
so I only can speak for Xavier.
Right.
Okay, so in my walk of healing, and I will share because I'm good now. Okay, so I came from a background of church people, church Jamaican pastors.
Right.
In the midst of church, not everyone that is in church is saved.
Right.
Say that one more time.
Saved.
No. Not everyone.
Not everyone.
Say it. No, we gotta say it because
not everyone that comes to church and profess Jesus as his Lord and Savior, they're saved.
That's true.
So in the midst of what I've learned in my journey, I'm going to be 55 the 24th. Lord Jesus, thank you, Jesus. Amen, amen. That's all I say.
Right.
The 24th will be 55. And what I've learned in my journey shares difference of what I see in church.
Right.
If you going to say you love God, like say you love God and I love God, I shouldn't judge you because how you serve God and I serve God. We're still friends because we have taken the time to get within ourselves and love ourselves. That's why I preach healing on my show. Find that therapist. I did that interview last night to Pastor Dion Cross Smith.
Right.
She's a pastor with her husband, but she's a therapist.
Right.
And I bring her on my shows with
which
other
is
panelists.
ironic because religion and therapy
has to go
similar, but people put their personal feelings, right? Because science and religion, it can go hand in hand, but it's the person himself that has to find the appropriate path. Like, it's like us right now, we're explaining ourselves, right? And our paths. But not too many people will identify if they don't know and been through the same journey. Like what you're saying right now, many people right now are listening to you and they agree with you because they too have grown up in a strict household. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
A strict household.
And you can't say certain things.
Correct. So that's what you want. That's what everybody's like. I'm getting texts right now. They're like, "Oh my God, I grew up in the same household like that. I couldn't wear a skirt below my knees, or if I wore high heels, I was considered to be a woman of the streets."
Yes.
Another guy says if I had a tattoo, I was damned to hell.
Yes. So you're coming from that mentality of I would just say church generally was very strict back in the 80s, 90s. Pandemic kind of changed church a little bit where I will never go back to church. I sing on the choir, and I'm dead serious. Y'all can sit here and judge me to hell. That's your business between you and God. But at the end of the day, for me, like I had to share with my mom a couple of months ago, accepting the Lord in your life is a personal relationship between you and God. I shouldn't judge you. You shouldn't judge me. And that's the path I'm preaching.
Right.
Leave me the hell alone and let me serve God for who I serve God for. Because when I went through that molesting stage in my life, I'm going to share it on my show eventually. It's going to help everybody to heal. So in my journey, I shared, my parents are in their 80s.
No.
Daddy's 86, mommy's 84. Even though that my parents love God, they couldn't see the discernment if someone just says that they're saved. But you have your issues just like I do. They have their demons just like I do. So even if children should have been kept, back then it was like children should have been kept and protected. Children were seen and not heard. I came from that area. I was seen and not heard. So if I'm telling mom I'm being molested, you ain't listening to me. They're not listening. So in this journey, my dad got sick a couple of months ago. I had to share with my parents what I went through. 8 months ago, I spoke to my dad. I said, "Daddy, I rolled 3 blunts, had a cocktail." I said, "Daddy, we need to talk." I said, "Do you think you know me?" He said, "Yes." I said, "No, Daddy, sit down. Let's have a conversation." I talked to him for 2 hours about what I went through, what I remembered from 5, 6 years old till I was 54 about being molested. now finding the therapist, when you find that therapist that link with you, that you
The right
can,
person.
they will help you to do the healing work, for you to write down your journals, and then you allow God to come in to heal you. So in my journey, he has healed me from hating my parents.
Okay.
Hate is a harsh word.
Right.
So me sitting there having conversation with daddy being sick, mom, and my brother came around, we talked. I said, this is how my healing comes. So then if I can heal from that, then I'm able to love that new person that comes in my life.
So what you basically speaking about is the developmental process of a human being, right?
Yes.
What you do now affects you later, right?
Yes.
And whatever happens to you now will affect you in a negative or positive way. How does that work for you? In a negative way, meaning that you stay stuck, stagnant at a level, right? And if everyone knows Maslow's hierarchy, right, the pyramid on, the different levels of life, and when you get to a certain age, there's self-actualization, right, where you actually reflect and you see everything you went from childhood until your passing days, right? Freud said it best. Sigmund Freud said, I got it all wrong. On his deathbed, he said, I got it all wrong. I thought it was supposed to be a systematic way of living, normacy, when in fact, it's exactly what you're talking about. I worked and Al could vouch, with children, adolescents in the psych inpatient unit, adults, substance use, counseling, mental health, social work. And the number one trauma that continues to shape a person's life is the molestation part. And it's because you're taking the innocence away from a human being that has yet to even begin to develop a brain. They don't. I saw a post the other day, and I don't want to digress, but I saw a post the other day where they took a child, right? And I support everyone. My oldest brother Mike is gay, but I've loved him no matter what. And because of him, I got to open my network and meet a lot more people and learn what does it mean to them. From 30 years to now, it's evolved so much, but I still based on the principles and the foundation. So I asked my brother, yo, what's going on? And he says, the fact of the matter, the social media has taken things out of control with everything else. It was bound for this to get out of control. I said, what do you mean? And he showed me something that, I looked at and I didn't agree with. Then I saw a post and I wanted to share it with him, but I said, I'm not. It was a child and it was about transitioning. They took a 5-year-old child and put $5,000 in front of him. Then they put a candy in front of him. And they said, make your choice. $5,000 or this piece of candy. What do you think the kid chose?
The candy. Because he didn't know about money yet.
So then imagine a kid that's being manipulated by teachers to have their own choice on transitioning at a young age. Instead of letting them develop and get to an age where they understand that, okay, now I'm an adult, I can make my decision. But, that the whole dynamic is crazy because people are saying this is forced. Now, do you believe that religion, just like this topic, has been forced onto people?
Well, I wouldn't say I was forced. Like me growing up, my parents were in church. So I love to sing. So singing kept me, even though I'm gay and all that stuff. Okay, it's out. I'm gay. And the issue that I will say, let me go here first before we go there. When you talk about forced, a child their virginity is taken at 5-6 years old.
Thank you.
And this is the issue that I'm sharing about me. Innocence was taken at 5-6 years old. It stopped at 16. But the promiscuity from the child at 16 starts to develop different sexual personalities with different people.
Yes.
So, in my way of growing in church, the choir kept me out of trouble.
Right.
But no one ever prayed about the promiscuity. They prayed about the homosexual being with a man, this and that. You need to be straight, have children. Shut the hell up. Sit down. Church folks have many seats and sit down. Shut up. And take a seat, because I feel that a child was manipulated from a child from 5, 6 years old. You was taught how to satisfy that man or that woman or that same woman or whatever the sex is. That child become promiscuous as an adult, even like me as an adult now. And because I know that I'm called and stuff, and when I do a show, it's like the anointing is on me. When I finish a show, if I don't have sex afterwards, I'm losing it. You know what I'm saying? And this is part of the issue of what the child went through. So that's why it's so important to have an adult that helps you do the work to heal from the therapy and see where I came from. When I was leaving the Bronx to Brooklyn, the Lord said to me, when I move to Brooklyn, he's gonna meet me up with a therapist. I'm gonna talk to my dad. Everything was just planned to me how it was coming. When I moved to Brooklyn, I met this therapist. We worked together for 8 months. I did the work. I sat down with my dad, and then I had the conversation with my mom. What the Lord was sharing with me is not to hate them, bring clarification and understanding for me to grow and still love them from a different, because they grew up from a different era from me. So instead of me hating them, I'm loving them, but I'm living now. So what I heard for New Year's Eve, I have to develop a, like the Teflon pot. I have to have that kind of skin, because what I'm going to be sharing about what I've been through, people ain't not going to want to hear that. Some people are, because we all have been broken, and that's why it's important to find that therapist that does the help, that makes you do the work. Like, I had a Jewish therapist, 2012. She used to say, Xavier, write a journal with your issues, write this journal with your past hurts, and the middle, you share what you want to be in love with. And I did that. And I used to come to her class, come to her therapy. I have to take an edible because that's the only time I'm going to talk. Or smoke a blunt. So one day I said to her, I want you to do me a favor. I'm seeing some stuff in my life when I smoke. I took an edible, I took a little nip, and I called and I said, I'm a block away. Ask me these 12 questions. And she said, I told her everything that happened in my life. Because let me tell y'all this. The first panelist I brought to the show was therapists that talked about a young boy that was 4 years old. He had personalities, different people in him. But the issue is because his mother died when he was 4, they think he has different personality. And he's just, every day at 8 o'clock, he runs to the door to meet his mother, and his mother's never there. So I had a panelist of therapists, and they talked about when a child's life is interrupted, like a boy's life is interrupted from 5 to 6 years old till he is 7. A girl, because girls develop quicker, it might be from 5 to 6 to maybe 6. When a man start remembering his childhood, it's usually in his early 30s. That's when you start having flashbacks of what happened to you when you was a kid. Usually young ladies start having flashbacks in their 20s, late 20s. So I was having my flashbacks in my early 30s. I used to smoke and drink, and I would sit down by myself and I would have flashback what happened to me in my past. So what I'm saying is my show should be a healing show to share my personal experiences and not judging anyone. Right. So when I talk to people, you might be Muslim, you might be Jewish. Let's sit down, let's just be grown folks having a grown folk conversation. Because grown folks don't like to have conversation. We go around the he said, she said, and I don't have time for that. I don't have time for gossip. Let's sit down, let's talk. Whatever the case is, let's have a conversation.
I'm sorry, I'm not
Yes, sir,
tearing,
yes, sir, yes, sir.
Xavier.
already?
It's just no. It's
Lord
just
have mercy.
I went and put
the
one of the
pepper?
damn spicy ass sauce in my eye. God damn it!
Shout out,
Where's?
shout out Edgar Vasquez, Vargas.
Wiz trying to get even.
So I appreciate the fact as well as everyone else that's tuned in and they've been tuned in. They've been giving their great feedback. Thank you for being so vulnerable.
Thanks for sharing.
Thank you for sharing and being so vulnerable because it's not every day for an individual to come on a radio show and speak their mind on a podcast on a worldwide basis and be so vulnerable the way you are. You opened up to us. You spoke about some personal things that you only discuss with a mental health or medical professional, and you were vulnerable enough to share it with us here in the station, everyone that's tuned in around the world. And, this is what your show is all about. It's all about, sharing the experience and the spirituality, which both DaVon and I enjoy. DaVon and I were on your show, and we enjoyed it. We enjoyed it.
We're going to do that some more because I had fun with y'all that night. We just talked. Just have a conversation.
And we spoke about everything and anything without any judgment, right? Any reclusive thoughts. Right? We were open because that's what the world is right now. Regardless of how it was 30, 50, 100 years ago, like you said, our parents were set in their ways, the old school ways. But we got to accept the world for what it is. It's full of technology and more things that we see on screen right now. We are being educated. Oh, snap. It's not just the world is not just identified as male, female.
Right.
In India, there are 6 different genders. In India, let me say it again. In India, there are 6 different genders.
But remember, you have to also add the robots. They have robots everywhere now. They want to talk to you.
Exactly. You have this AI situation that's gotten out of control.
Oh, God.
I've even got a proposition from AI where a robotic masseuse will come to my house. I said, is this porn? What is going on? I got a robot that's asking me to come to my house to give me a massage. I'm scared. Meanwhile, these are the things that we're facing.
Yes.
So when you talk about some real stuff, just like the artist before you, Layla, speaking about grounded, and you're speaking about spirituality and not being judgmental, that's the things that we need to keep, in our hearts. The foundation of us as human beings, the sense of respect, the sense of morality, the sense of just, being able to converse. Let's have that conversation.
And that's important. That's where it needs to start. Having that conversation without any judgment. Grown folks sitting down and having real live conversation about the situation and no judgment. I was talking to a cousin the other day and I said to her, this is how I've always been very open. I get it from both of my parents. My father used to say, you cannot be angry that you have both of your parents' temperament. My parents are retired teachers, pastors, and I'm the singer in the family. So it's like combination and everything. Sometimes I sing on my show too. Anyway.
All right, Gatekeeper, any last words?
I mean, I just wanted to ask, did you have an edible yet?
Yeah, I had one sitting down on the chair.
Oh, see, you cheated then. I was about to say, if you didn't, then, that goes to show your growth, to come here and share your story. And I think if you continue to work through that, then, you're going to get to where you want to go. And I look forward to seeing your show, your new episodes, and the one that Jose and them was on. I heard them talk about it, but I definitely want to lock into it. So I'm glad you're doing what you're doing, and keep it up, all right?
Why they call you the gatekeeper?
Oh, well, I'm an artist, and, I have a show, too, on X's radio called Behind Enemy Lines. We're talking about relationships for the male point of view, but we don't exclude the ladies, and it's about healing as well. Right. But I had many names. I'm a rapper. So my brother gave me the name Gatekeeper about a couple years ago because of the person that I am, being the oldest of my 11 siblings and running the organization, running the label, being one of the first ones. And the Gatekeeper just kind of fit. I was the Punisher at first, but when Big Pun died, I kind of wanted to let go of that name. And I went through many names. And then my brother just came in the studio and he was like, yo, you the Gatekeeper. Because he felt like, I was always there where I needed to be, and I only let in the right access, and the wrong things always kept out from what we were trying to do. So Gatekeeper 718 was born, and I've been in ever since.
Wow, that's a good name.
DaVon?
Gatekeeper. Because I will say this: where I'm at now, Y'all coming to my dinner, right?
Yeah.
Don't play. Don't play. Hold on. I'm waiting for this cake from my aunt. I asked my aunt to make me a Jamaican cake. You know, Jamaican black cake, right? She said, send her a picture. My cousin said, send a picture. She said she mailed it Monday. I said, do you think I'll get it Friday? Friday's the dinner. Or I have to just wait for next Wednesday is my birthday. The 24th is my birthday. I said, then I'm gonna have to cut the cake by myself. The cake I told her to drunken the cake. Drunken the cake. I want it drunken and then have the ice in it. That's when it melts in your mouth.
Well, you know, I'm from the uptown Bronx, so we the realest fakers Jamaicans, you know, up there. You know what I'm saying?
You say you a Jafaican?
I'm Jafaican. I love the EV, you know what I'm saying? Wagwan, you know what I mean?
Wagwan.
Wagwan.
Him said.
DJ, select that Wagwan.
Love you, Mama Pat.
Why don't you let the people know where they can actually find your show at? And, you know.
So you can find me on Xavier's Journey. Xavier's Journey on YouTube. Xavier, Zxavier'S apostrophe S Journey, Journey on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook, Xavier ER Simpson. If you request me as a friend, I can send you to the Xavier's Journey I have on Facebook. Instagram, I am Xavier's Journey 54 and 55. It's the same one. And just keep listening, subscribe. I'm telling you, every time I bring someone on, I'm going to take them to another level because that's where the Lord is taking me. It's like I write the script of my show, send it to them, and a lot of time I go off key because I just want to hear where did you meet the Lord, at what age, and then where you are in your career now. I don't care where you are in your career. Just come on, let's talk, let's have some fun. We can have church, we can have street. I keep it very real, and I just come on and have fun, you know? I'm happy y'all invited me to the radio. I never did radio before. I might need to sit down on a radio show.
All right. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Xavier Simpson. We're going to go right back into that the Dallas Cowboys fans, how they were expressing how they were feeling, because today is all about the G-men. And, you know, the green and gold. And thank you, Xavier, for wearing the green and gold.
That's my color.
That's right. It represents Jamaica.
Red, yellow, and gold.
Yeah, but you know the red stripe comes with the green and gold. You know. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Gatekeeper Wiz for, you know, the food and for just being great co-hosts. And Layla, we're going to have everybody by the end of the show come on and just give their last shout-outs at the 7:50 hour. But DaVon, any last words for Xavier?
Nah, man, see you at the birthday party, and we're gonna set something up to chit-chat later on, man. So, you know, definitely.
Shout out to Tyrone Lowe as well, who actually made the connection between Xavier and us.
Sir.
And be on the lookout for what we got coming on with iAccess Radio and BronxNet. It's some beautiful stuff. We're not going to speak about it. DaVon and I are still in the works of writing up the script and all, but it's something special. And, you know, work with us because we want to work with you. And, of course, Xavier is going to be a part of that journey because he has his own journey. But, you know, the journey and the path expands because we're an olive branch, right? Mm-hmm. I want to give a big shout out to Big Al Williams, DaVon Franklin's son, Hector Santos, Layla. We got Gatekeeper, Wiz, Xavier, DaVon, Jose, all in the house right now, feeling very nice. Yes. I'd like to thank Gatekeeper. Oh yes, my brother Alex Navarro from Colombia, Barranquilla. I love you, my brother. That's what I'm saying. We get people from all over the world, and you know they show us love, and they be sure to tune in on Saturdays to Behind Enemy Lines. They got great stuff. Good night, Miriam. Thank you so much. That lady right there represents Soundview, the Monroe houses. Yes, she's a real G. She comes out and she goes up to the gangbangers and all and tell them, yo, I'm going to have a party in this day and nothing better happen. Guess what? They listen to that lady. You know, and we're going to take a quick break. DaVon, anything you want to shoot to?
Nah, I got some music that we're gonna play. So we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna get into some picks for the evening, close this out with some new sounds. Okay, on this
Love you, Mama Pat. But first, we're gonna go right quick into that Green Bay, hearing the Dallas fans, and then we're gonna go into DaVon's pick of the week.
Was coming together of.
Oh no, that was the
people
Chief.
that
That's for next week, Al.
acknowledge
That's the Chief. We got the.
We was trying everything back there, touching the buttons.
Yeah. Wiz is trying to just seriously,
Stop
like he was
trying
like
to
the wings
talk
didn't
now,
get them. But it's cool. It's cool. And you know what? I'm kind of liking the way I'm looking on screen right now. I'm looking like a real G. You
Real
like that
G,
right there?
real G. You know what I'm saying? Al.
Right there, Big Al. You see that right there? Look at that. We're like, yo, I'm a real G, son.
Man, you looked good too when you went to Lambeau Field, though. That looked real dope.
Oh man, that's something that I found people from Australia, Africa, China. It was their bucket list, and I'm coming from the Bronx, going there, and I'm like, yo, this is my bucket list. But when I was hearing their stories on how people actually slept at airports, took 3 planes just to come to Lambeau Field, I was like,
Is that the
damn.
place where it snowed?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Vince
And
Lombardi.
it was -9 when I was there.
I was like, oh, no. I would
All right, so without any further ado, let's get that talk. Make it do. Wiz, I know you're trying to sabotage us.
Yeah, he
there.
back there working hard.
Yeah, he's like, don't put it on. It's the audio, Al. It's the audio. Why you coming over here looking all twisted?
Man.
Well, you know what? Let's just go right into DaVon's picks of the week, then, man. You know, I think Wiz had enough. He's been great with us, and he got us food and all.
I cried enough.
Yeah. You know, and you know what? I don't want to jinx myself for Sunday against San Fran, so let me just not push it. So we could just go right into DaVon's pick of the week. DaVon?
Yeah, we're going to get into a new joint from a legendary group from back in the day. They got a new remake lineup, and they got I guess they got a remake song that they got that we're getting ready to play. This is Club Nouveau, and the song's called It's Alright on the Extremities ENT show on iAccess Radio.
Let's go.
How should you express it when you love someone? Especially if you're broken and you need some love. Yeah.
Should you just walk away and live to love another day? Or should you try to hold on and build your love until it's strong? Cause you feel like you're at home.
If you decide that you're gonna stay, if you decide just to walk away, I'm gonna love on you anyway. It's alright. And if you decide that the pain is strong and it's too hard to keep holding on, my love is gonna lead you to the bone. It's alright, yeah. How can you suppress it when you need someone? Especially if that person is a special one. If you know she's a special one.
And your heart wants to stay, cause love it don't just walk away. But it's so hard, so say less. Cause love is always just a test. I'm gonna do what I think is best.
If you decide that you're gonna stay, if you decide just to walk away, I'm gonna love on you anyway. It's alright. And if you decide that the pain is strong and it's too hard to keep holding on, my love is gonna lead to the bone. It's alright. If you decide that you're gonna stay, if you decide just to walk away, cause I'm gonna love on you anyway. It's alright. If you decide that the pain is strong and it's too hard to keep holding on, my love is gonna be to the bone. It's alright, yeah.
Everybody salud. Salud.
It's alright.
Want to give a big shout out to DaVon's Pick of the Week. Every week he gets the best from Platinum. What is it?
Platinum Delivery.
And we want to give a big special shout out to Wiz and Gatekeeper. DaVon for what?
Keeping receipts. Where you at, Wiz?
He trying to get a text right off DaVon.
Yeah. The next record that we getting ready to get into right here is the I believe it's a video, right? No, it's not. All right, well, we're gonna get into this single, none of the above, Valentine on X-Tremitiez ENT show on iAccess Radio.
None of the above.
None of the above. Yes, sir. That's none of the above on X-Tremitiez ENT show on iAccess Radio.
That's right. Guys,
Sorry.
Yeah, you gotta say hot mic or something.
Shit.
I'm sorry, DaVon.
The next video we getting ready to get into, next song we getting ready to get into is Melba Moore, Highest Star, on Extremities ENT show, IXS Radio.
Everybody needs a hero to set their spirits free, to rise above the mountain, beyond the galaxy. 'Cause there's a star that's waiting far beyond the blue. So don't settle for the sun or the moon. Just reach for the highest star. Even though your eyes can't see, just reach for the highest star, and you will find your destiny. Don't be discouraged by the sunshine that your eyes can't see. Have the courage to reach for the impossible dream. There's a star that's waiting from beyond the blue. So don't settle for the sun or the moon. Just reach for the highest star. Even though your eyes can't see, just reach for the highest star, and you will find your destiny. At times you know that you will be discouraged, but you've got to reach for it, your destiny, and hold on to faith. When you feel like you can't go on, and all is said and done, don't give up, keep the faith. Help is on the way. Reach for the highest star. Even though your eyes can't see, just reach for the highest star. Don't give up. Keep the faith. Help is on the way.
I was in the title.
Yes, sir. That was Melba Moore, Imagine, on the Extremities ENT show on iAccess Radio. And that will conclude the segment for the music picks of the week. So.
Hey, DaVon, I was just asking our first artist because she had mentioned that, her influence, right? And you remember who she said was one of her influences, right?
Yeah, she said Anita Baker.
Correct. So when listening to Melba, I asked everyone in the station, who does she remind them of? And Layla had mentioned Whitney, and then the second guest, Xavier, had mentioned Patty, and then Wiz said Patty, but there's different ranges there.
Yeah, I feel like I need a Baker too. Yeah.
Man, that's Melba Moore, man. Y'all better get it right.
I don't want no trouble.
No, but what is it that you felt? Like, who is it that she resembles or can influence?
Melba Moore. She a legend, man. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Okay, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever want to send your music to be reviewed and aired on iAccess Radio, please send it to
DAYRF at 13 at gmail.com.
Say that one time.
That's DAYRF13 at gmail.com.
As well as Rambo BX180 at Yahoo. That's Rambo BX180 at Yahoo. And if you ever are interested in making a sponsorship or donation to iAccess Radio, please be sure to go on the website itself and click on the donate button. That's right. We appreciate any and all donations as it all goes back into the radio station so that we may continue to provide you a community service, because we are of the community and we serve the community, because a lot of people are not able to listen to radio, and whenever they get their little Wi-Fi connections, this is the radio station that they want to listen to because we give them real content. Every day you have a show that directly affects you. You could go on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sunday. You got a show that's going to affect you in a way that, you know, if you're feeling down, it's going to lift you up. Like Behind Enemy Lines, the last show that they had with everyone that was there, that panel, that, you know, that discussion you had about relationships, I believe it was, and all. Mm-hmm. That was pretty dope because it was with Gen Z, if I'm correct. It was with a younger crowd, and you were able to have these people speak. And then when they come to other shows, of course, we got some raunchy shows, and then we got some real life shows, and then we got some hood to hood shows that's coming on right after this show, Hood to Hood with Joey B's, Nicole, and the fam. You know, we have a plethora of, you know, and a range of different shows that you can feel comfortable. If you want to be real hood, or you want to be sophisticated, or you want to get everything, this is the radio station you want to come to because we got great shows. I want to say thank you on behalf of DaVon and myself to Wiz and to Gatekeeper just for coming through. And, you know, although we had a family, you know, a bet, they came through and they bought us pizza, they bought us wings. And, you know, this was something special. My compai, Hector, came through. You know, my compi brought through some drink. You know, we're all feeling good. We're feeling happy. Everybody's in here in a good spiritual essence. You know, 2024 is all about prosperity, positive energy. If you got any beef with anybody, you better piece that shit up because it ain't worth it, man. You know, because once you're gone, you're gone. You know, you're just going to end up on RIP on a freaking wall, and that's going to be replaced after like 6 months to a year anyway, and then your plaque is going to be forever, and then they'll dig you up from your gravesite just to take your box and throw you somewhere in the river. I'm telling you. I'm just keeping it real. I'm telling you, because you know why? I appreciate the fact producers in the back are like, yo, you're killing them. You're doing a Cat Williams. That's right. Cat Williams, 2024.
I'll take him as a coach.
Everybody's scared now. Everybody's speaking up. Everybody's like, yo, I don't know no Cat Williams. Meanwhile, they saying the same joke that he was talking about that they stole. He's talking about the same people that sold their life to the Illuminati. He's talking about the same people that wore a dress that said that they would never wear a dress. And talk about people that would never wear a dress to wear a suit. They wore a suit. You know, so I appreciate the fact that every once in a while we got somebody that comes around in history and messes it up. You know, every year we got Uncle Murder that does his wrap up of the year with the raps. Although this year was a little soft because it was all about Diddy and his mishandlings and his, you know, his thing. But, you know, every other year, pause, he came through hard. As I said, pause. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you already know how I feel about that. This is a grown man's talk show. There ain't gonna be no pause and stop sign. If your mind ain't in the right place, that's on you. I know where mine's at.
But
Diddy, leave him alone, Diddy.
Got to do for June. That's for Cat Williams alone.
Edgar Vasquez says, awesome show. Give a shout out to New York Dance Parade 18th anniversary on May 18th, 2024. Also to the National Puerto Rican Day Festival on May 25th and 116th Street Festival on June 8th, 2024. All the National Puerto Rican Day Parade, June 9th, and more will follow. Of course, DaVon and I were also linked up with the African Day Parade.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And as well as the Labor Day Parade. So shout out to our peoples that got us hooked up and all of the cultural day parades because, you know, we're all about sharing and providing and growing network. And if it wasn't for Al Williams and iAccess Radio for giving DaVon Franklin
and Jose Rivera
the platform to connect with people like Wiz and Gatekeeper to be able to have shows like this and have guests like Layla and Xavier and, you know, many other people that come through over time. You know, we talk real issues. Everybody's like, what are your shows about? Log on. You're going to see it's about everything. We give you sports. We give you weather. We give you politics, criminal justice. We talk about real life issues. As you saw today, it was something deep about therapy session. And we also learned about an artist who is a female and described her vision of the music industry and where she's going. I want to give a big shout out to my great co-host, DaVon Franklin, who's always on top of things. You know, he gets all these calls and videos and he has to screen them and he has to set up meetings and, you know, all this is not overnight. This takes a lot of work. So I want to say thank you, my brother. Thank you so much for everything we've been through and what we're going to go through in the future. All positive vibes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you too, my guy. I definitely appreciate y'all coming through. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, yeah, it's definitely been a joy. Appreciate y'all coming through as well, you know what I'm saying, doing the interview and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, shit, you know what I'm saying? We gonna come up with some more stuff, man, so y'all just stay tuned.
All right, but Al, I see we still got like 2 minutes, so we could just
shout out
finish
to
the show.
Producer B. She was in the building. She said, what's up, and great show. And thank you guys for having us, Extremities, man.
Yes,
like, y'all been one of the dopest shows, you know what I'm saying, that I've been a part of so far on iAccess Radio. I can't wait to be on the other shows. But DaVon and Jose, since I met y'all in real life, y'all been genuine, man. Keep doing what y'all doing. Wiz, you already know how I feel about you. I can't stand you. But we get along enough, so I'm in the trenches with you. We back to back in here, right? Just don't touch the blue. Don't touch the blue. You know what I mean? But I appreciate y'all for having us, man. And I really enjoyed being on y'all show today. Congratulations to the Packers, man. I'm glad y'all won. You know, see, I made me smile. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Wiz?
Just want to tell y'all, thank y'all for having us. You know, from day one, you know, we both been each other's supporter, and we gotta just keep on doing it. That's all.
That's
love
fact.
is love.
That's a fact. Love is love.
Family.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Big Al, can you please just close out the show with a little talk, please? Because I feel that we need that pep rally talk so when we go against Dallas, we can feel a little oomph because, you know, Dallas is the San Francisco talking smack because once they saw how we was beating them by the halftime, they said, "Nah, we're gonna be Dallas 2 times. We're gonna be San Fran 1 time." And you know, whatever happens in San Fran stays in San Fran. But you know, once we cross that Golden Gate Bridge, that's it. It's gonna go down like London. There you go. Because Green Bay's green and go. Oh, hey, just ask Weezy, baby.
I'll let y'all go on that one.
You already know.
Yes, sir.
You know, I never been in such a crazy place last weekend where I was happy and mad at the same time. Winning and losing, just happy and mad.
Right.
Be sure to catch us each and every Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to the greatest dawn internet radio show to start your midweek off in the right way. All the way down to Sunday. We got Behind Enemy Lines. We got Hood to Hood Radio. What are some of the other shows? Name them right quick, fellas.
You got Phoenix Soul on Monday. You got Hood to Hood. You got the Scythe.
Yep.
Tug of War.
You got Tug of War. Who else we got?
DaVon, who else we got?
Yeah, Indubitably Speaking, yeah.
Okay.
Beats and Bars.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Beats and
saying?
Bars.
That's that. Oh, the Beats and Bars is a new edition.
Yeah, that's a new edition. Yeah.
Shout out to Kay Taylor. I love you, boo. You're my wife for life. I don't care. I don't care if you got a husband. You know I got a wife, but I'll take you for life. That's it.
We got the new gospel show as well. What's the name of the gospel show?
Oh, yes.
Women and Men of the Cloth.
That's right. Show. Be sure to tune on every Saturday for that show. Yeah. I've tuned in, and you know what? It's a good spiritual
I like
cleansing.
That show. Yeah, I like that show.
All right. So, DaVon Franklin,
Jose Rivera,
Wiz and Gatekeeper. If I learned something more today than I did yesterday, it wasn't a day wasted of life.
Live, love life. Take care of each other. Peace.
It's sad
to think we're not gonna make it. And it's gotten to the point where we just can't think it. For some ungodly reason, just won't let it die. No, I guess neither one of us wants to be the first to say goodbye.
What I'm gonna do without you. And I guess you must be wondering the same thing too. Ooh. So we go on together, living a life. Wanna be the first to say goodbye. Every time I find the nerve, every time I find the nerve to say I'm leaving. Oh, the memories, those old memories, they get in my way. Oh, Lord knows it's only me. Oh, He knows it's only me that I'm deceiving. Ooh. When it comes to saying goodbye, that's a simple word that I just cannot say. There's no possible way this can have a happy ending. I don't see it, baby. No, no, no. So we just go on. Just go on.